honor to meet this lovely lady, a true icon in movies and television, Miss Lee Meriwether.
I'm an icon now.
Yes. How does it feel to be an icon?
It's wonderful. It's very exciting, and I don't know. I assume that means that it's nice and special, I guess. I don't know. I just don't see myself as an icon, but it's lovely of you to think that. So I love meeting the fans and just talking to them, hearing their stories. A gal just told me that it was wonderful because she loved Time Tunnel. And she looked up to me and said, she was able to go to school and say, she is a scientist. I can be a scientist because she's a lady and I'm a lady. You know. How wonderful is that? That's marvelous.
I was such a little kid when I saw the first Batman film. I used to think you and Julie Newmar were the same actress.
Oh, isn't that's nice? Well, that's good. I'll take that anytime. Julie had a fabulous figure, still does, and she's a wonderful actress. So I don't mind that comparison at all.
How did you get the role in the Batman film?
She was unable to do the Batman movie. Otherwise, I would never have been cast. But I auditioned. I had about 200 girls auditioned, and I was lucky and got it.
Now, I've heard lots of stories of things that went on during the set and the filming of that movie.
Oh, really? See, I was lucky because I worked with Burgess, with Caesar, and with Frank.
Yeah, we've interviewed Frank before, too.
And just a joy to work with. And I did a play with him.
Oh, really?
And Caesar was charming in that he whenever I asked him to do any of my, I do all of this for Camp Pivika with the Crippled Children's Society in Los Angeles.
Okay.
They call him Ability First now. But whenever I asked him to help out with that charity, Lee, yes, of course, always, and then would stay all day. Would stand, sign autographs, do his laugh, and all of that. It's wonderful. So, yes, I love them. Burgess, I didn't get to know well after this movie, but during the film, we did get to work together quite often, and I adored him.
Like I read, he did that thing when you turn those thugs into powder.
Yes.
And and you got the dustpan, and he's going, every one of them has a mother. I heard that was an ad lib.
It was an ad lib, and luckily, you see how fast the scene ends.
Yes.
The cut, because I went.
Yeah, because I paid close attention to that too when I read that. Then I'm like, yeah, they cut it really quick.
Yes.
Yes. You must have laughed.
Well, everybody in the set laughed too. It was not just me, but I was on camera, so luckily they were able to cut it and still have the joke.
Of course, you guys play Catwoman and then her alter ego Miss Kitka, the Russians. And I tell you, Bruce Wayne and Batman were very gullible. They really fell for that hook, line, and sinker.
They certainly did. Thank heavens.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun to play that role too, because she was conniving, but she was sexy too. And I got to play all of that with Adam, and it was just a very easy actor to work with.
Interesting trivia. You also were in the revival of the Munsters. I think that was in the late 90s.
John Schuck and myself as Herman Munster and all.
That was highly controversial.
Oh, was it? Did you think it really was?
Yeah. Well, I guess people who are fans of the old series, they don't like to see somebody new playing those iconic characters.
Oh, I guess, but I don't know. We had we were all with we tried to emulate them as much as possible, the original characters.
I did watch a few episodes. He interviewed the late great Al Lewis.
Oh, yes. I know. I talked to Al one day for about 2 hours in an airport, and he said, "Why? Why do they?" And I said, "Al, it's just another TV show. Don't stress over it." I really didn't want him to get upset because I loved him.
Good friend of mine, Lee. I'll tell you a funny story about that. Lee was a very, very good friend of mine. When she was a Miss America at one time, Lee Meriwether. And he said to me, did you see whatever it was called, the Munsters? Yeah. So I told him, no, I had not. I said to him, had you seen it? He said, yeah. I said, well, what'd you think of it? He said, I thought it was terrible. His father was the producer of the series. So I said to him, please, I know this town. Don't say that to your father because you'll be sleeping out in the street. You know, his father, Sidney, was a producer. I never saw it, so I really can't.
Yeah. I had known him for years, and I said, no, Aldo, come on, leave us be. It's just let it roll off your shoulders. Be a good sport. And we had fun. We did it for 3 years. You guys had a long run too, so you know.
You're still doing soap operas?
Oh yes, I'm on All My Children. I play Ruth Martin whenever they need me, and I'm doing my one-woman show in Indiana, and I have a director there, and he's in the theater department there, and he's helping me write my book as well. So, oh yeah.
I want to thank you so much for your time. It's been a real pleasure meeting you.
I appreciate it.
All right.